Deep beneath the crushing weight of the Pacific, where sunlight has never touched, an array of ultra-sensitive sensors sits in the abyssal dark. For years, they've silently monitored the ocean's faint whispers, the subtle shifts in temperature, pressure, and salinity. Their data is the bedrock of our understanding of the deep. But on one particular day, those sensors recorded something impossible, something that broke the laws of nature as we know them. Imagine a vast, frigid expanse of water just a few degrees above freezing. Suddenly, the temperature readings in one specific area begin to climb. Not gradually, not in a random plume like a hydrothermal vent, but with an unnatural precision. The temperature spike formed a perfect, massive geometric shape on the monitoring Grida flawless square miles across. Inside this square, the water temperature shot up by several degrees, a colossal thermal anomaly in the freezing deep. The boundaries were razor-sharp, as if an invisible, heated mold had been pressed onto the ocean floor. Scientists who saw the data were baffled. The first assumption, naturally, was a data glitch. A malfunction. They ran every diagnostic imaginable, checked the code, and recalibrated the sensors remotely. Everything was functioning perfectly. The data was real. The event had happened. And then, just as bizarrely as it appeared, it vanished. The perfect square of warm water winked out of existence, and the temperature returned to its normal, frigid state, leaving no trace. It was as if a switch had been flipped. So, what could have caused it? The debate within the oceanographic community was intense and immediate. The most common theory was a massive, synchronized volcanic eruption along a series of fissures in the seabed that just happened to align in a square. But the odds of such a perfectly geometric and simultaneous eruption are astronomically low. Furthermore, an eruption of that magnitude would have ejected tons of ash, minerals, and superheated water, creating a chemical and thermal signature that would linger for months. But there was nothing. No chemical traces, no lasting heat, no seismic activity that corresponded to such a massive event. The volcanic theory just didn't fit the clean, surgical nature of the anomaly. Another suggestion was a brief catastrophic failure of the sensor array itself, a system-wide cascade of errors that somehow manifested as a geometric pattern. But again, the diagnostics showed the system was healthy before, during, and after the event. For dozens of independent sensors, miles apart, to all malfunction in the exact same way at the exact same time, to create a perfect square, and then to all simultaneously return to normal ... It's a statistical impossibility. It's less likely than the event itself. This is where the theories start to venture into more speculative territory. Some researchers quietly wondered about experimental technology. Could a nation be testing a new form of underwater weapon or energy source? A beam of focused energy, perhaps microwaves or acoustics, powerful enough to heat a massive volume of water from a satellite or a submerged platform. It sounds like science fiction, but the sharp, geometric lines of the anomaly are eerily similar to what one might expect from a directed energy source. If so, it would be a technology far beyond anything publicly known. The energy required to heat that much water that quickly is staggering, and the purpose unknown. Then there are the more fringe, but perhaps no less plausible ideas. Could it have been a natural phenomenon we simply don't have the physics to understand yet? A strange quantum effect, or a temporary, localized warping of physical laws in the extreme pressure of the deep. The ocean is the least explored part of our planet. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about our own ocean floor. It's entirely possible that processes occur down there that would seem like magic to us. The pressure and conditions are so extreme. Who's to say what's truly possible? Let's consider the scale for a moment. A square of heated water, miles wide, deep in the ocean. The energy involved is monumental, comparable to a significant meteorological event like a hurricane. But this wasn't a storm. It was a silent, invisible flash of heat that left no signature other than a ghost in the data. A perfect digital crop circle at the bottom of the sea. The incident remains one of the great modern mysteries of oceanography. It's a piece of data that doesn't fit into any of our models of the world. Officially, there is no consensus. The file is effectively open, a persistent and unnerving question mark in the scientific record. The data sits there. A stark reminder that the world beneath the waves operates by rules we have yet to decipher. It's a glitch in our reality. A moment when the ocean showed us something that, according to our science, simply should not be. What makes this so compelling is the silence. The ocean gave no explanation. The sensors registered the impossible, and then the ocean went back to its eternal, quiet state, holding the truth in its dark, cold embrace. It's a humbling thought. We sail on its surface, draw resources from its depths, and chart its currents, but we are merely guests in a realm far older and more mysterious than we can comprehend. The deep doesn't give up its secrets easily, and sometimes it presents us with a puzzle so profound that it challenges our very understanding of the planet. This wasn't just a number on a screen. It was a physical event that defies logical explanation. A ghost in the machine of the planet itself. The perfect geometric formation is what haunts scientists the most. Nature rarely works in straight lines and perfect right angles. Those are the hallmarks of intelligence, of design. So, was this an unknown natural law, a secret human technology, or something else entirely? The data doesn't say. The ocean isn't talking. The truth remains folded beneath the waves, a silent testament to how little we truly know about the world we live in. The earth keeps its deepest secrets locked away. And sometimes we get a brief, baffling glimpse through the keyhole. This thermal anomaly was one of those glimpses. If you find mysteries like this as fascinating as we do, and you want to keep exploring the edges of our known world, subscribe to Beyond Known. There are more glitches in reality waiting to be discovered.